Hello YouTube, it's Alk here with the Around with our own OTK Master and Roger from Locals.
Locals the best place to play. Hey, I
don't have to play real decks.
Hey, it's a new deck, it's Batterymen. I only play light OTK decks. I used to play Fables, but anyway, this is why everyone wants to play the deck now. Batterymen 9 Volt. It's basically Stratos, but not entirely. Summon it. You search for a Batterymen monster, and then doubles attack and defense. During your end phase, it'll destroy itself, so that can be somewhat, I don't know, that can help you sometimes, so they can't like Monarch Storm 4 you or something. But otherwise, it's worth the drawback. It kind of reminds me back when Stratos and I used Triple Call because you run Call in the spoilers. And then this is what you get to hand if you don't have it yet, Batteryman Charger. When it's trade summoned, normal summoned, you can special summon one Batteryman from your deck, and you can get this, and then use its effects to add this to hand, which is, you know, Fultrol, when you have 2 or more Batterymen on the fields, you can special summon it. Well, you can do that. It doesn't special summon one from Graveyard, unfortunately, but you can tribute something to bounce a card, which either do it before battle, or if you don't have an OTK, you can just do a main phase 2 and spin a trap that may be useless because it's going to kill itself anyway. So this is still pretty nice. And by the way, this also gains 300 attack for every thunder. This is always 1600 damage. You'll see 12 at the end of your life points like all the time. All the time. And that means whenever you get an extra fuel cell or anything extra, that's always gained basically. And this sets up Batteryman 9 volts to flip effects. When it's flip face up, special summon a level 4 Batteryman from your deck, then 9 volt will activate. And then if it's destroyed by battle, after being flip face up, you draw a card. The only suck cards, it's predictable. Against the mirror match, I decide at least one out because they're going to Storm Forfeit and know what it is. And then he was able to get his off because I didn't have Storm 4. He opened up better than me, but Cadigan's cool. He's also on the
Who Needs
channel.
Meta?
Yeah, he's on Who Needs Meta, so.
Who would watch that channel?
I don't know. Also, I sided this out against the land Mermails because I sided 2 out because like, if I ever resolve 1, that's a miracle, so why would I need more and more? Because Marksman just pops stuff. This is the boss monster. You usually search it once you get this because you'll have 2 monsters in grave once you tribute summon, and you have to banish 2 Thunders to special summon it, or 2 Batterymen, and then you can banish Thunder to destroy 1 monster and 1 spell trap on the field. You have to do 1 of each. Sometimes you pop your own stuff in their monster and can still attack for game. I kept on opening this up in the finals, I hit it. But you have to run 1. And then I actually hate this. I hate this sub-archetype, but you play artifacts. Moral Attack, you probably know what he does. Special Summon, Destroy, card field.
These cards have been relevant for a while.
Yeah, destroy set. But it's tribute fodder, and just like when you have extra 1 of these, it's also extra enough for game. And sometimes you really need Disruption against your opponent, so it helps. And this is one of those decks where you can actually slow down a little bit. You don't have to OTK, so not just 2 duality like in other decks, 3. Oh, I won an ulti duality a while ago, but I was too lazy to get that. So I imagine these are ultis and secrets. Ooh, they're pretty. So you just take your time setting up, especially when you go first and you side Floodgates, which I'm actually not really used to much. This deck's for Floodgates a lot more easily. Oh, you don't play Upstart because Upstart risks you from not OTKing when you have an OTK. So, and this is awesome. This will allow you to tribute your opponent's monster in place of your own. And its window will still get its effects when it's into the graveyard, but you can tribute this and still special summon a lot. So unlike Heretics or other decks that have used Breakthrough skill to get rid of Shadows, you can just Storm Forth away something. You can also Storm Forth away their sets if you're afraid of them. And the only thing this doesn't really hit, I guess, is Evil Swarms. Or Lance if they have more and more monster on the field. Because it doesn't target, that also really helps. So I was able to beat Boojins. I always play decks that have easy Boojin matchups. Just ask me if you ever want to play a deck you hate Boojins or something. I don't know. You play one of this, I honestly hate this because I kind of hate Beagle Tech, but you kind of have to play it. And you'll actually encounter, once Quillpuffs come out, you'll have, I'm going to mean Full House, so you won't play this engine, you'll just play MSTs, and you can Full House their scales and your set moral types. So that's something for the future. So I'm only playing this temporarily. I'm not sure if you should play a second one, but either way I'm too lazy. So the other one is one double cyclone in case you still have another set one. So this, for the most part, hasn't really backfired. Sometimes you have to hit something that you don't really care about, like a Sanctum while you're activating it, but it's worth it. That's artifacts over there. Book of Moon, it stops stuff. And I don't know. I love Book of Moon, but I've kind of been spoiled realizing Heretics use Book of Moon better than almost every deck, if you really think about it. Stop Spec Failure, you can book your own thing and then tribute the special. This, when you book like Charger gets fecked off, you can't OTK, so I've kind of been spoiled with Book. Yeah. But it's just enough disruption. You can also hit like a window and stuff like that. Here are the Sanctums. How did I get these? I'm cheap. How did I get these? I got these for like less than 20 apiece. The only sad part is I feel like the Artifact Engine is going to get hit, so this is a waste. I'll just go back to Heretics. And triple call the Haunted, because once you get your initial search off of 9 volt, during your opponent's turn, you get it back and you get another search. And some players play Portable, which you need 2 Batterymen in graveyard, but this also brings back Mortal Tech, and Portable can be dead unless you open up this, and I side these out sometimes, so I would maybe play Portable if you played something like, I don't know, Mega Mobius inside, in case you had 2 Tribute Fodder, but for now I just like 3 call, and actually I sided call out a surprising amount of times too, so Portable would be out even more. It's kind of an OTK deck, so Trap Stun actually was maining 1 for a while, so it's not as much. And my friend just pulled an expensive card. Congratulations. Shout out to Jerry for giving me rides, I guess. But the deck is also a bit slower in like Heretics, so I still main 2 wiretaps. It also hits Trap Stuns. Cadden doesn't run this, and I really think he has to run this. I hit Spear, I Trap Stun, he chained something, I chained this. It was great. It's definitely worth it. Warning, because if not hitting random stuff, you hit hand traps. And I don't go like Heretics inside Mind Drain, so if not that, just do for that. Compulse, it beats Shadows, it bounces stuff you need to get rid of. I wish this was a more. Breakthrough skill, I'm just trying out 1. You could chain it to like Felgrand or something, and if you're in that situation, you have a Felgrand by itself, and you have a Stormforth or something. So for now, I'm just trying 1 breakthrough skill. And this is actually Tech Phoenix Wind Blast. I haven't actually seen a single other deck list use it. You can just use it to discard dead artifacts. You can also discard extra 9 volt in hand because you never want to have 2 of these in hand, and then just banish it to special list or special it back with call, because that's actually happened a few times. I'm not sure if it's the best choice, but I know it's done things, so at the very least I have that. Today was the first week I actually played the matches with this deck. I normally just played the AI to see if the deck worked. Shoutouts to Yukio Pro.
DN for life.
Ew, it's so slow. And this deck's weird because you normally don't play like a lot of floodgates in aggressive decks, but then you have to consider, what if the floodgate stops something? That will always stop you. Like if it's Iron Wall and like Fall for Dragon Rulers, I didn't care. I just OTK'd them, and they normally didn't OTK me. But they're flipping dragons and lizards to pop my stuff during my turn. You gotta play Shadow Mirror. I'm trying out 3. Cadigan's doing 2, but I unfortunately only played Infernally today. Shadows got knocked out, surprisingly, today. So, playing 3 of that for now. Then you play, as some people say, the Trinity type thing. Macro actually won me like 3 games against Mermails. It was really weird siding this knowing I main call. But I was able to side out calls, and I was able to affect enough. I didn't draw that. I drew this, but I drew macros, so I didn't need to flip that anyway. So, it's really, I just feel really weird doing it, but it's worked, so. Then you play what a lot of people play, hand traps, 2 Max C, 2 DD Crow. Okay, I guess I do play another one, Honest. It's good against Ophion.
You have to be honest about that being a hand trap.
Yeah, and sometimes people play differently if they think you might have an honest. Unfortunately, Cadigan realized that when he bounced my Moral Tech. I was opening terribly. I was like, Sanctum from Moral Tech, destroy something. He's like, bounce it. I'm like, oh, I have honest. So it's an anti-OTK card, but also stops some type of floodgates. I'm actually gonna main this when Club Pops come out. It hits Killer, which I know not every decklist runs. But at worst, it also stops the disco TKs too. So it's not just about Killer, because I know Killer's actually overrated, but it's still scary to know how you're siding for one card and you're siding for that's a deck at the same time, and it sucks. Full House, I love this card. I've actually been preaching in this deck. I've actually hated Full House. Like, I didn't think it was like that good, but now you can pop your set Moral Techs, you hit their Quillpop scales. I'm going to side 3 when Quillpops come out, and it's just nice. Then you can side out Beagle Tech because you don't need to use Beagle Tech to pop them face down, so well, that's really nice. Some of the side decks may be a little questionable because I did a little bit last minute. There's also Transmigration, you can Mermail's back. Also, you can shuffle Mermail and 9-Volt back because sometimes you run out of your engine really quickly, especially when I set out sometimes this and sometimes this, so it can refuel your engine, I guess. One Electric Virus because I'm afraid of Ophion, and you're going to side out your Storm Force because your Storm Force is going to be useless unless they summon a hand, and then wow. That's wow. So also it hits dragons, so might as well. And the last one, which I only sided it once and I lost, so against Batterymen, so I kind of hate this card. I was initially going to side Mobius, so I could just Storm Forth, Mobius pop, and the next turn Storm Forth, actually OTK, but I was talked out of it last minute. So, oh yeah, there's extra deck. Guess what? You don't use this extra deck like at all.
I was going to say Mike's standing, so we're probably screwed.
Just an order. It's not much in order. Whatever.
Yeah, you're right. You don't use it.
Yeah, we don't really use it much. Remember these things from Heretics? Well, they're back. They don't really do much, but yeah, I don't use that here.
So I'm going to ask the question that every scrub is wondering in their mind right now. Why do you not play Short Circuit?
I really wanted to like Short Circuit. I really did. I only played one when I sided. Actually, people have, like...
Yeah, people like to like that card.
Yeah. And I just felt like it wasn't...
Are you playing one?
No, I took it out, like, a few days ago, actually. It's just I felt like it wasn't consistent enough. I feel like I almost have extra space in here, which is odd, but anyway, I actually did use this. I used this, I used this, I used this, but it was warnings. Never use this, never use this, never use this, never use this, never use this. But I actually have used like this, and this, and I think this at sometimes. And then, if you guys are crying because rank 4s are expensive, well, I got some bad news. And some good news. You have to run some rank 4s because during their turn, you'll special 9-Volt, and then during yours, you'll special 9-Volt. But it turns out you actually don't need much. I summoned this once. Sometimes you don't TK and Cowboy gets it. This, I don't. There's extra space inside. I mean, extra. I have a good excuse. Shut up. This hits random decks, so might as well. The gate stuff, and tech. This I'm borrowing from my friend because I'm trying